marketing isn't that easy. If it was, marketers could all be replaced with algorithms and we could all go home.
I think we saw a very big and very disappointing reaction from the corporate world, which was to start to think marketing was becoming something that could be replaced by machines and not done by human beings.
There's a lot of pressure on all CMOs, right? Because the world has changed. It's had such an enormous change on its axis. Just in the last couple of years, like the future isn't what it used to be. So the playbook that they've all sort of leaned into and read doesn't necessarily work now. And that's as much because of geopolitics, technology, global viruses, all that sort of stuff, consumer behavior, talent.
Now we are at the verge of being deluged by literally a tsunami of technologies. So you have got artificial intelligence, augmented reality, virtual reality, autonomous driving vehicles, which by the way has got a huge impact on radio, blockchains, cryptocurrencies, and wearables, Internet of Things. When all these are coming in and each one of them have a significant potential to change people's lives and lifestyles, marketing has to evolve.
I think the most important thing is to have just passion for learning and actively engage in it so that you can be as current and open and thoughtful as the world changes as you can be.
The consumer has become more conscious. So, and they're expecting brands not only to say the right things, but driven by transparency, also to do the right things. So no longer do they want brands to solve their issue, but also societal problems.
I remain unconvinced that most consumers really are driven by purpose most of the time, but it's so fucking worthy that, marketing has always been a bit pathetic. It's just, being pathetic in a modern way.
It looks to me like a lot of marketing involves stealing ideas from other people. This idea worked for them, or I saw this on YouTube, so let's do that. I think you could cast the net a bit more widely than that.
Advertising has stopped talking to individuals, it stopped talking to communities, and it thinks being global is an asset. I think it's wrong.
Advertising it's a hard business because, when we say it's an art, the client says it's a business. When we say it's a business, the client says it's an art. And so it's hard to win.
I think the most important thing for me, and perhaps I learned this very early on in my career, this notion that the brand manager is the general manager of the brand.
It's always a question of which comes first. Is it a brand or is it a product? And I think you can have a product, but if you don't have the right brand for that product, then it's going to be very hard to sell it because you need a story to sell that, right?
Making big changes to big things, that's what really moves the needle. And I think ruthlessly focusing on the few things where you can make a big difference, that's the biggest game changers for our teams.